Hey guys, it's Trent here from Animal Warforge, and today I'm bringing you a little work in progress video to show you where my Wraithknight's at. So here he is in front of you. He's still not fully assembled. He's still got a lot of work to do. His head's kind of just blue tacked on, and to cover this head a bit, how I've done it is I've worked up from Carrick Stone to Screaming Skull and White to give it that kind of highlight, and the black airbrushed some grey gradients up the top to emulate light hitting it. Still got to give everything a gloss varnish and a wash first, clean up as well. Still got plenty of little fine details to add in. I'm taking my time with this baby. It's gonna look pretty sexy, so we'll get onto the model itself. We'll go to his sword so we can take it off, because it's also blue tacked on. He doesn't care. So his sword, I've given it a red hilt, or a red handle. Oh, there it goes. It's got a red handle, gold pommel, purple gem, gold trim, blue power sword effect. Same on the other side. So I'm pretty happy with how this sword turned out. It's my second attempt at airbrushing a power sword, or ghost glaive. This is a ghost glaive, so that's why I decided to go with a light blue kind of glowy feel, because it's called a ghost glaive, not a power sword, so, or anything. It didn't sound like something metal, so I decided to go with my generic Farseer kind of singing spear look. So that fits on nicely, but to fully represent the shading of the model, I think it might be better to have it on. So as you could probably guess, my Wraithknight's painted up in an Ulthwe colour scheme. Most of my army is based around Ulthwe, Wraithbone in there. There's Psykers in there, lots of spirit stones, which is why I like to paint up a lot of gems on my Eldar models, because yeah, it's fun. It's good practice as well. I've worked up with a model air black for its base coat. I've just worked up several different shades of grey in areas such as here on the front chest plate, where light would be hitting. If I turn on this light here, you'll see that that's where the light increases on the model. When I turn it off, it's still there because it's actually painted on in those recesses, as you can see, or outside of those recesses, so the recesses are still dark to give it that shade. And because it's such a big model, I think I've been able to fiddle with a bit more grey and with the airbrush to give it that more gradation, whereas on a smaller miniature you have to do less grey highlights, because the edge highlighting is what really brings it out, and it's hard to see, but I've done some edge highlighting. Still more to go. Thinking about doing OSL in these vents here, or maybe even on the vents underneath its chest plate here, like a light blue to match the sword. Oops, there goes the sword. I'll just put this over here. And my issue that I'm having at the moment is, I don't know, with the scatter shield, there's the Eldar runes like on the shimmer shield. I don't know if I want to paint them gold or if I want to paint them silver, and if I did, do I want to add like a bluey glow inside of it to make it look a bit more psychic and, you know, Eldar like. So yeah, I've got its base. I just pretty much picked up a rock and I clayed it on. Some of the paint's come off while handling. There's some highlights on the foot. You can see. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's coming up so far. If you have any suggestions or opinions on it, please voice them. I'd like to hear what you think. it's taken me so much time. I've had a little bit of a break, but as far as I can see, I've got some washes to do, some edge highlighting to do, some fine details, and maybe some patterns, and then the base. Thinking about redoing these stripes on his armor plates, because that's not really Ulthwe, that's more Samehan or Baotan kind of markings. Ulthwe kind of has those tribal zigzag things, so I might redo these armor plates and do it that way. But let's just put him back together one more time and have a little look at him before we end this video once more. So here's my pride and joy. I think he does great on the table. He's a bit too expensive on the table, so you probably don't want to field him unless you're playing a large game like 2,000 points plus. I think you benefit more from taking smaller, more troops or more elites. So there he is. Let me know what you think so far, and yeah, before I go, one more thing. I chipped his gem on his chest, so I need to redo that. I need to mask off that whole area and re-airbrush this purple gem before I do those last final prints. So thanks for watching. I'm rambling, deciding to end this video when it shouldn't end, so on and so forth. So let me know what you think. Subscribe, like, you know the gist. Do all of those things and I'll love you. Catch you in the next video.